Mwah. Welcome to Mexico.
In the summer of 2014, we, Jamie Nesbit Louis Coningsby and Adam Romo, as 3 students from the University of East Anglia, undertook an expedition deep into the heart of the Calakmul Biosphere Reserve in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Working with Operation Wallacea, we, along with 8 other university volunteers and a multinational, multidisciplinary team of researchers, surveyed birds, large mammals, herpetofauna, bats and carbon stocks. Welcome to Mexico, and we're going to have a sort of video diary to show you about all our time and the research work we're doing. And first up, we just arrived at the hotel before travelling to Calakmul tomorrow, and this is the sea, and as you can see it's stunning. Onto the seaside, and it is about bath temperature. It's a lukewarm bath. Beautiful. All this was to realise Opwall's keystone research objective to achieve UN REDD+ funding for the area, in addition to monitoring changes of forest cover and biodiversity over time, achieving sustainable hunting quotas for peccary and deer, and also obtaining GIS modelling of species distribution patterns. Lost in 1.2 million hectares of continuous rainforests, we dived into the centre of the Calakmul Biosphere Reserve for 2 weeks from 28th of July to the 11th of August. Welcome to our journey.
I was in camp and I've been busy unloading everything. Got ridiculously sweaty in the meantime. And Jamie can show you a blue wasp nest, which is our resident neighbour. Just chilling on the tree. Ooh. And exactly small. So yeah, this will be our home for the next 2 weeks.
As you can hear, the cicadas, they'll be going all night, and well, hopefully we're tired so we'll get some sleep, but this is what it sounds like at night, and it's not even that dark yet. We're going on a herpetofauna walk, which is like reptiles and amphibians, so hopefully it rained a bit earlier, so hopefully that means that frogs will be out.
Mwah.
This is Herp Patrol.
Herp Patrol, we're on the Herp Patrol.
Yeah. And we're going to get lots of frog, well, hopefully some snakes today.
Froggies in
Solomon 40. He's got dangerous snake hook.
Oh!
The Bible of herps is just broken. But yeah, we're going to find some new species.
Herpetofauna surveying, encompassing amphibians and reptiles, was by far and away our favourite part of the research. Out on survey, we caught a huge variety of herps, from tiny juvenile smooth anoles scuttling through the undergrowth, to large whiptail lizards, just missing out on a larger basilisk lizard and almost a Morlet's crocodile. All this in addition to the endless supply of frogs in the reserve, along with the more elusive snakes like the highly venomous coral snake. In our team, we noted snout, ventricle, tail length, weight, sex and species.
Currently on a night walk looking for lizards and other herpetofauna, and so far we've found 2 snakes, and we've also found a cane toad as well, and that's after about 10 metres of walking. So,
2 minutes of searching.
We're just going to keep going, and if you look at me, you might be able to see anything, but this is up ahead now.
See, yeah.
This is our measuring thing.
An odd data sheet.
And, so it's going well so far.
Nice.
94 grams.
What was this, 84.8?
94 grams. Cool. And the bag weighs 4 grams, so 90.
84.8.
So it's 90 grams. Awesome.
Beaut.
Are we done now? Cool. Yep, he's all done. What do you guys think? Camouflage astromatic?
Camouflage.
Yeah. Right. This is the ghost now. This is Nerox limarinus.
You know, because
male.
of the beard?
Yeah, so all the different species have different coloured dewlaps.
Ah.
So this guy has a red one. There's some that has like a bright yellow and a big blue spot in the middle, which is cool.
95.
Whoa. That's our biggest so far.
It's a big ass frog.
He has a lot of this scale, so it's either like
Donatus.
Yeah, so I was thinking.
With the keeled scales right there. See the darker marks there, and then I don't know how well you can see in the picture. You're trying to get
Yeah.
Oh, it's a nutter.
It's an adult.
We're going to double check on the SBL. But it looks quite nice and chunky.
So we've been out doing herbs for quite a few hours now, and we spent the last hour trying to get hold of some crocs in the Aguada. Meanwhile, some people have been catching other stuff like tree frogs, but it's a bit hard to get the crocs because they're so far out in the water, and then as soon as there's any movement in the water they go under and you can't see them. So, but I don't know, maybe we'll have one last try, but it's looking like futile at the moment because they're very quick.
Lou, what are we doing this morning?
Going out to spot some birdies.
Yeah. Hang on, I want to turn the big light on.
There we go.
We're in the back of a truck.
We've been just driving south
Quarter to 6,
through the rainforest for the last, I don't know, lost track of time. They had to get a machete to cut down a tree that was blocking the road.
Bird surveying was always an early morning affair with 5 AM starts to be sure to catch them at their most active. We aided the Pro Natura staff, Opwall's partner NGO in Mexico, in surveying under canopy birds with the use of mist nets. While the Yucatan's famous toucans and other endemic species were mainly canopy dwelling and out of reach, we caught a huge variety. Once captured, we noted fat percentage, molt stage, sex, leg length, wing length, weight and feather development.
100% of classification. What's next? So we're gonna put for molt 4 because we have molt in the head. Pat's gonna be 0. Bill.
Habitat surveys, whilst not as glamorous as the other surveys with regard to animals, was vital in terms of data collection for the RED Plus scheme. Data was collected on the number of trees in quadrants in different sites across the forest, along with their height and trunk circumference. We also recorded tree cover and light availability in the forest to provide analysis on ability to photosynthesize. This was coupled with measurements on shrub level and the amount of deadwood in each site.
We're currently batting. We are now at kilometre 40, which is 20 kilometres away from base camp. And we took a truck here and we're basically mist netting bats.
What's quite interesting about this area is it's newly surveyed, so hopefully we'll have a chance to find some new bats.
And recently this year they've already found species that have never been found here before.
Batting took place late at night, often until 4 AM, to catch them at a time of increased activity. Due to their heightened sonar abilities, insectivorous bats were rarely caught in the mist nets, so the majority of captures were frugivorous. Carefully removing them from the net, we measured wing length, sex, weight and age. They were then carefully marked on the leg and released. During netting, we found Jamaican fruit bats, Sol's short-tailed bat, and even a huge false vampire bat.
Had the bat nets setting up.
We're doing
Every 15 minutes we go and check the nets to see what we found. Recently they haven't been very good, but there's a bit more cloud cover tonight, so the moon's covered up a little bit more, which means we might actually get a bit more because the moon sort of lights up the sky for the bats so they can see the nets, so it's not as effective, but this might be a bit better tonight. We're hoping to get more than 5 like they did last night.
Fingers are crossed.
So yeah, should
All
be
I
good.
want is 163. Sorry, I jumped in and stole your... Do you just have to tell me off because I get a bit overexcited and nobody can touch my bats? And also when we do get lots of bats, if we do get lots of bats, the bats are my priority. So if they're backlogged in the nets or backlogged on the washing line, there will be less time for touching and processing, and it will just be banging the bats out, and when we catch up you can go, because welfare is the most important thing. So here we have another one. This one's female. We check to see the active state. So we check to see if she's got any nipples. She doesn't have any large nipples, so she's not lactating or post-lactating. So we put inactive. But he's got a nice little urine potential in there. So Stellan Damascines without tails and without back stripes, because this guy has a faint, indistinct face stripes running from the nose above his eyes to his ears.
Welcome to the night.
It's about
out in the jungle.
He's gone a bit delusional. It's about 12:30, and we're still batting. It's going to be batting until about 2 o'clock.
And we've caught how many now?
I think we
23?
23 bats.
Maybe 24, yeah.
24, but we've got another 2 here.
They were flying
Next to each other. And, we've only been catching, what was it, 2-3 species?
Yeah, three
species we've caught only.
which is quite low apparently.
This Jamaican fruit bat.
So hopefully we'll
The great fruit-eating bat, and
get better.
is it called the coals something bat?
It was the
Oh, souls, that's it.
something.
There we go, the soul short-tailed bat.
But
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe we'll get lucky and find one special.
Okay, so we've just travelled about 30 minutes in the bus to get here, and we're at the Bat Cave, which everyone's been picking up for about the whole 2 weeks that we've been here. So if you want to take a look down there, you can see the huge dark caverns down there. And in the next few minutes, about 6 million bats are going to emerge from that hole. Okay, so here we go. Here come all the bats. I'm sure there'll be many, many more to come.
One's just gone right past me.
If you look down, they're slowly building a little whirlwind of bats in the middle there. And yeah, that will hopefully get larger and larger as the
So many bats, they're like singing past us now. The numbers of them has just grown so much, they're up everywhere.
Oh, they're literally
During our survival skills training, we were taught the essentials to being in a rainforest, including how to build a waterproof shelter. As well as learning how to make a fire, we were taught which foods to eat and which to avoid, giving us an opportunity to try scorpion. We could then transfer these skills to give us increased awareness while on transect.
There we go. It's a scorpion head.
So these claws as well.
I'm currently eating some of it.
Huh?
No, go on.
Can you eat the claws,
just
yeah?
bung the whole thing in your mouth. So, at the moment we're building a shelter for real forest survival, but we're only going to water test it, so we're just getting logs and stuff and then we're going to waterproof it.
Butterfly surveys were a pilot study, only introduced this year to counter their rapid decline in the area. Bait was left in a trap that captured butterflies due to their inability to take off sideways. This meant the butterflies were caught in the trap, but their delicate wings not damaged, allowing us to identify them. Some of the species we found included spotted proponas and the incredible blue morpho.
Two feathered proponas.
Yeah.
There's 4 leaf wings, but don't write them down yet. I'm going to panic each other. Just leave them a minute to calm down.
Some butterflies.
These kind of empty black boxes sort of thing that look kind of like feathers on his top wings. So
So that's how we know, because this one here, the mottled proponer, he doesn't have those, he just has kind of like a jaggedy bit. So the feathered and the mottled, they look the same on the inside. This is what I'm saying about the proponers, you can only ID them from the outside, but the leaf wings, you can only ID them from the inside. So these ones is fine, because all you need to do is glance at the outside of their
We are
wings.
at kilometre 21 at the moment, and along Transect 2 we're doing some tracking for large mammals today. And what we think we've got here is a load of tapir tracks. Tapirs are around one of the rarest animals in the jungle around this area, so it's pretty cool to be seeing them. You probably won't be able to see jack shit on the camera. So we found tapirs, we got a jaguar back there, a lot of peccary, a few deers as well, so it's been pretty successful so far.
At the moment we're looking for monkeys, so we can do a survey. And we're looking at their behaviour and numbers and things like that.
Now I'm the king of the swingers, oh, the jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I want to be a man cub, and stroll right into town, and be just like the other men. I'm tired of moving around, oh, ooby-doo. I want to be like...
Mammal surveys provided us with a chance to track small mammals such as white-tailed deer and the larger, harder to find mammals such as tapir and jaguar, which can detect you from 1 kilometre away. We were taught how to identify tracks by looking at toe imprints, giving us the size and direction of the mammal. With the larger mammals, you could also see disturbances in nearby flora. Using the key provided, we identified the tracks of several big cats, such as jaguar, ocelot and jaguarundi. We also found the prints of a tapir with its juvenile, which is very rare. Mammal surveys also gave us the chance to follow howler and spider monkeys while studying their interactions.
Hi, so we're on our visit day to the Mayan city of Calakmul, the ancient city built before Christ. And some of the structures here are absolutely enormous. This temple here was built for a female, which is a bit abnormal in Mayan culture, but this thing's quite special. And later on we'll probably do a video of the largest two temples, which are up to 60. I think it says around 60 metres high.
65.
65 metres
Structure
high.
1, the highest, is 65 metres high, yeah.
And the views from the tops are amazing.
On our free day, we were given the chance to visit the ancient Mayan ruins at Calakmul. In Mayan times, it was one of the most powerful cities around and has barely been touched by humans since, creating an awe-inspiring environment.
And as an urban school group asked in previous days, no, metal doors are not from Mayan times.
Oh.
They just put there because this structure is actually hollow, but it's not open to the public, so we can't see. Like you heard in the museum talk, Kathy, about that massive carving. Like that's actually in here, 20 metres long carving, which goes then down into the underworld, apparently, like down to massive stenosis sort of to here. And if you your face, the door up there, and there's like a little bit of a kind of a little hatch, and you can feel the cold air coming off the water from the hatch. I need that. Unfortunately, yeah, we can't call him. I'm hoping in a couple of years it'll actually go public, but currently it's not. So all in all, I think Calakmul had about 16 jaguar kings. There's at least 9 buried under here. What they do is they'd bury one, build a temple on top of it, and then they'd bury another one, and then they'd build another temple on top, which is why it's on different levels. And the highest level is the highest jaguar.
Okay, so we're on top of Structure 1 at the Calakmul ruins, which is this ancient Mayan city that we've been exploring for the past sort of 2 hours or so. And yeah, Adam's showing you the view. It's pretty incredible. And as I've just been told, not rainforest, but deciduous forest.
We're at the top.
Sammy.
The very pinnacle. Yeah, it's pretty sweaty up there.
Apex. And it is hot, and there are bugs.
Very, very
and my face is burning.
Yeah.
after 2 weeks in the jungle, we arrived back in Cancun. Having met so many new people and having developed so many new skills, we came back to everyday life. And while the layers of sweat, insect repellent and sun cream began to wash away in the blue water of our new hotel swimming pool, we knew that our memories certainly would not, and I'm sure never will.
No, keep doing it. Can moonwalk. It's moonwalk.
Dices que estás enojada, que no quieres nada, nadita conmigo. Dices que soy un mañoso, malvado, tramposo, vulgar y atrevido. Dices que solo con Buda podré remediar esta ofensa inaudita. Solo porque en la lunada yo estando amorosa y tú bien borrachita, me pediste apasionada que yo te besara todita, todita. La verdad que te enoja mi amor, no me lo explico. Si algo esa noche pasó, todo fue con tu permisito.